Hi everyone, in this video I'll show how to install Manjaro Linux in a dual boot setup with Windows without using a USB drive. So I'm going to download Manjaro, going to manjaro.org and then download. And there's three different desktops here, KDE, XFCE, and GNOME. I'm going to download the one for KDE. After, I'm going to download grub2win, which will be used to help load the ISO. Just searching for grub2win and selecting the first link to SourceForge. And I'm going to download it. And once it's finished downloading, go into your downloads folder. All right, and there's my two files. And for the ISO file, I'll be creating a copy of it. So copy and then paste. All right, and it's been copied, and I'm just going to rename it. And I'll just put a dash at the end. This is in a rare case that Grub isn't able to read the original file properly, so I've created this copy as a workaround. I'll also be explaining more about this later. Next, open up Disk Management, start Disk Management. All right, on my computer here, I have Disk 0. This is my SSD. This is where I'm going to be installing Manjaro. I have the EFI partition here, the C drive, and the Windows recovery partition. And so I'm going to be setting aside some free space for Manjaro. So I have 227 gigabytes free. So I'll set aside 100 gigabytes for Manjaro. I'm going to shrink my C drive, shrink, and I'll do 100,000, shrink. All right, there's my unallocated space. And the first partition I'm going to be creating is a separate EFI partition just for Manjaro. The EFI partition is where the boot files will be stored. I have the existing EFI partition here, which is 200 megabytes and has the Windows boot files, but Microsoft is known for removing anything not related to Windows in this partition. And if the Manjaro boot files are not there, then I won't be able to boot into Manjaro. So I'll be creating a separate EFI partition just for Manjaro. Select the unallocated space, use simple volume, next. And then the size for it, I'll set aside 512 megabytes. Next, next. And the file system will be FAT32. And the volume label, EFI Manjaro. Next, finish. All right, and the next partition is for Manjaro itself. Right click, new simple volume. Next, next, next. And the volume label, I'll just leave it as a default new volume, as this is just going to be a placeholder for Manjaro. Next, finish. All right, it has been completed. Going back into Explorer and selecting the grub2win file, and I'm going to extract it. Extract all, extract. All right, it's been extracted. Now there's a chance that Windows Defender will flag this, and this occurs because grub2win makes low-level system changes to manage the computer's boot sector, which is required so that I can boot the ISO. So if I want to run it, I'll have to allow it in Windows Defender. So start, Windows Security, and going to see threat details. All right, and there's threat found, action needed. Select it, yes. And we can see here it's referring to the G2 winstall executable, actions, allow on device, yes. And now I'm going to run it, more info, and run anyway, yes. All right, the installer will now download the correct GNU, Grub, and grub2win modules for Windows 11, 64-bit UEFI firmware, okay? All right, the setup screen comes up, and I'm just going to uncheck both of these. Once I've finished installing Manjaro, I'll be removing grub2win. So this is just going to be temporary setup. All right, it's finished installing. Close the setup program. Now I'm going to go into my C drive, and then there's the folder where it installed grub2win. I'm going to go into it, and there's the configuration file. So I'm going to right-click on it, open with Notepad. All right, there's the file. I'm going to go to the bottom. I'm going to create a new entry for the Manjaro ISO. Menu entry. I'll call it Manjaro ISO. Open brace. Tab over. And I'll set a variable called ISO file. and it'll be to the path of the ISO file. So going back, going into my downloads folder, and the file I'm going to be selecting is the copied file. And the reason is because Grub may not be able to read the original file. You may get an unknown file system error, and if you try to manually cat it, you'll get a read out of range error instead of binary output. So copying the file name and going back, getting the path, and paste, and fix the backslashes. The next line, it's going to do a search, no floppy, and it's to set the root using the ISO file. I'm going to create a loopback device, and Grub starts reading the disks by 0, so I only have one disk, so it would just be 0. And then the partition, for me it's going to be GPT, and how I can confirm that, if I go into disk management, and then select disk 0, right click on it, go to properties, and then go to volumes. We see I'm using GPT. I'm going to cancel, going back, and then it's going to be the partition number. So the file is on my C drive, and I can open up disk part, start disk part, yes, and list my disk, select disk 0, list my partitions, and my C drive is 378 gigabytes, and it's partition number 3. Closing brackets, and then ISO file, and then next, I'll have to tell it where to load the Linux kernel, so Linux loop, and then I'll have to find the directory by mounting the ISO, right click and mount, open, and then I'm going to go into the boot directory, and so we see here, this is the kernel, so I'm going to put that in. It's under the boot directory, and then I'll copy the file name, and then image loop equals ISO file, and then the next line, it's going to be for the initial RAM disk. So it's under loop, and it's under the boot directory, going back, and here's the file. And in this case, it's a disk image file, so it has the extension .img. And then next, closing brace. And then save the file, and close. And now I'm going to reboot my computer, and it's going to load Grub to Win. Alright, Grub to Win starts up. I get the Windows Boot Manager. I'm going to go to the bottom where it says Manjaro ISO, and I'm going to load it. Alright, it's booted into Manjaro, and I get the welcome screen here. And before launching the installer, I'm going to open up KDE Partition Manager. And so KDE Partition Manager is similar to disk management in Windows. So we can see all my partitions here. And so the EFI partition for Manjaro, I'm going to select it, right click, go to properties, and I'm going to set the boot flag. Okay. This is to ensure that the installer can detect this partition. And then apply, apply. All right, it has completed. And close. Now launch installer. The language screen starts up. Next. Select your location. Next. Keyboard. Next. And here it is the partition screen. So I'm going to be selecting replace a partition. And then the partition I'll be selecting will be the 100 gigabyte partition, the placeholder partition that I had created in Windows. So we see it here. So I'm going to select it. And then we see it's going to be installing Manjaro here, and then it's going to be using the file system betterfs. And then at the bottom, the EFI system partition, I'm going to be selecting it and selecting SDA4, which is the 512 megabyte partition that I had also created in Windows. And then next. And here fill in your name, username, computer name, and password. I'm going to use the same password for the administrator account. Next. And the Office suite, I'm going to be using Libra. Next. And this screen is an overview of what will happen once you start the install procedure. And then install now. And it's installing Manjaro, and you can go to the bottom right, select the icon, and you can see the status, and you can select it again to get out of it. And so this will take a little bit of time to install. All right, Manjaro Linux 26.04 has been installed on your computer. You may now restart into your new system or continue using the Manjaro Linux Live environment. Restart now, and then I'm going to hit done, and it's going to reboot, and I'm going to go into my BIOS to check the disk boot order. All right, in my disk boot order, I have grub2win, there's the Windows Boot Manager, and there's Manjaro, and there's a fourth boot option, which is UEFI OS. And this is actually a backup bootloader for Manjaro. So it's just going to load Manjaro. And so boot option number 1 is grub2win. I'll have to change that so it's Manjaro. And then save changes and exit. All right, grub comes up for Manjaro, and there is Manjaro Linux, and then there's the Windows Boot Manager. So I'm going to go into Manjaro Linux, log in. All right, and I'm in Manjaro. Close the welcome screen. And now I'm going to reboot my computer to ensure I can go back into Windows. Going to select Windows. All right, and I'm back in Windows. So now I'm going to uninstall grub2win, start programs, and then select grub2win, uninstall, uninstall. Yes. Continue to uninstall. All right, and grub2win has been uninstalled from your system. So that's it. That's how you can install Manjaro Linux in a dual boot setup with Windows without using a USB drive. I hope this video has been useful, and I thank you for watching. Bye now.